idea that she would miss a deadline is beyond her. It would be something that she would be devastated on as someone who cares very much about her job. The idea that people who are our officials are like, we'll just, they're gonna throw it down the road, do you know what I mean? Is like, I just think it goes to show the lack of urgency and the lack of care when it comes to something.
That's what's so bizarre, because there was urgency. There was so much passion. It's the most bizarre turn of events I think I've ever seen. It is just, and it just went so terribly wrong.
Yeah.
I literally, I don't understand. I want to know everything. I'm going to public records request everything and find out what I can. I don't care if it takes forever. I have to know what happened.
So speaking of public records request, Hannah Scott, you're doing this new feature every Monday, yeah, where you're talking about what's going on in King County. This is more than 50 cases faced sentencing in King County last week. You want to go into it?
And so the first week, I had some different cases. This week, I had actually some really. The reason
it's cold
a lot
out.
of people griping and criticizing the King County Prosecutor's Office. They don't. Their attorney and the county prosecutor and who does what. At any rate, they do a lot of this stuff every week, right? Like you said, 50, 60 sentences a week, and people just don't make the headlines. And I thought, oh, okay, that's fine. Let me see what you got. And some of these cases are. What do you mean they don't make the headlines? They should be making the headlines. There's a couple of people. One that they shared with me this last week, who were killed in 2016 in Kent. This was a homeless encampment. They weren't at a homeless encampment. They were at there was a gas station. The guy's at a gas station. He's drinking like the giant like the 40-ounce malt liquor things. And he cuts somebody off, and somebody calls him on it. I think it was the homeless woman. And he then follows her back to the homeless encampment and just shoots her execution style in the head and just takes off. Then he comes back a day later looking for witnesses, and the guy who I think must have known he was a witness is also living in this homeless encampment, has nowhere to go. He's got a bat. He's trying to defend himself, and he's shot and killed execution style in front of like 70 people. It's the most bizarre case and brazen, and the guy didn't have an extensive criminal history, or it was like almost like a snap road rage that happened over 2 days. Anyway, he got sentenced to more than 50 years, the guy who got killed on last Friday.
That's the kind of thing, I was going to say, that's the kind of thing that I would imagine the community would want to hear. Like, you want to know that justice
What about the Susan?
particularly with something that egregious and such a brazen criminal out there who's,
I think one of the important things about that case, and is something that the prosecutors told me, is one of the arguments that the prosecutor who handled this case made in court was this guy thought he could get away with it. He thought nobody would care because they're homeless people, and that's just not acceptable. Everyone, we're human. You can't give any less justice. You can't. No one's life is worth any less. And I think that's not something that's discussed often enough in our area.
I agree. There's this other case here was the sentencing for 35-year-old Aaron Medina. I mean, this is like, this is the kind of thing that makes my blood absolutely boil. So the charge number is in March of 2020. Prosecutors say Medina arranged to meet a 15-year-old girl and paid her $140 for a quote-unquote car date and promised to bring a condom. But as it turns out, he was not actually talking to a teenage girl. He was talking to a rented detective posing as a 15-year-old. What a monster, but two, what an idiot. I can't believe
That happens all the time.
I can't believe these idiots out there that are like, have you not seen Chris Wallace? Have you not seen Catch a Predator? You're gonna get caught no matter what. It's just like, don't do it, dude. If I could just tell these monsters out there, like, dude, don't do. You know what? Actually, I changed my mind. Do it and go to prison so that people can know what a real monster you actually are.
And with the cop posing as the kid, so you don't actually end up getting the kid.
Yeah.
I forget the split. They told me what the split was. There's about half, I think they said, of the cases that they do that involve human trafficking, sex trafficking of a minor, are cops posing as minors.
Wow.
And the other half are actual minors. it's just like you see in the movies. There's very bad stuff that goes on here, and the problem is that if you might think it's a victimless crime, maybe you think that you're, arranging for this with an adult woman.